Hi guys, it's Debino here, and I've been playing a lot of Elite Dangerous lately, and with it being free on Epic, I decided to make an alternate, and with the alternate, I wanted to make as much money as quickly as possible. One of the ways to do that is getting enough money to buy an adder, and then fitting it out to do some deep core mining. So, I'm in the adder just now, and I'm going to look for a pristine icy ring around a gas giant, because that's usually where you'd find Void Opal hotspots, low temperature diamond hotspots, and Grandiderite hotspots. And as you can see, this is a Rima 7, the B ring, and it has tons. So I'm going to go to the Void Opal hotspot, or Voidies as they're colloquially known, and it's usually worth over 1 million, so it's a good one to go for. And also this one's sort of overlapping, not quite as tightly as I wanted it to, but it's not too bad. So just going to jump into the Void Opal hotspot, fall in here, where hopefully we'll be able to find some very bright coloured asteroids to go mining for. So the first thing I'm going to do is switch to the pulse wave analyzer. I've got a very cheap one on this because it was all I could find in the early game near where I was, so I think it's a pulse wave analyzer E, pretty cheap. But I'm also going to switch on the night vision, and with the night vision on and the pulse wave analyzer, I'm just going to zoom around and try and capture as many of these as possible. So this is the first one here, and nope, nothing. So I'm just going to keep going around and head towards the Void Opal hotspot, trying to find more. And here again, there's a popcorn looking bright orange, bright yellow, so launching that prospect, and no, that again, nothing. So a lot of this will be guesswork. You have to just kind of find one that you're more comfortable with, and it will eventually get there. Like as you see, I'll be drawn to anything that's bright yellow, bright orange. And then with the Prospector, I've got 60 more Prospector Limpets, so I'm not too worried right now, and I can just keep doing this to my heart's content until I get closer to 5 Prospectors, and then I'll be a bit more careful. So just going to skip here to where I actually found the, well, at this point I was just going to accept any of the low temperature diamonds, Grandiderite or Void Opals, but in this instance this bright one right in front of me is a low temperature diamonds, and yeah, I'll accept that. After getting down to about 10, I'll accept low temperature diamonds. So as soon as you find the low temperature diamonds or Grandiderite or Void Opals or whatever you're looking for, then it's time to get to the Seismic charger. And this is just a bit where the more precise flying, especially when you have no shields like I don't, because I'm using a cheerful adder build. Luckily the other asteroids aren't that close, so I think it was a low at the first one, high for the second one, and then I just keep going for all of these until you get to the detonation yield within the blue. Right now it's all in the yellow, and again that's another low one, so I'm going to go for a high one here. And once this one's placed, it will get pretty close, but it's not close enough. And what I'll do is put a high one here and then find another one. Look, there's a few in the blue that will yield some, but not as much as you want. So what I'll do is I'll put another one in here. Even though this is a high, I'm going to put low, and look at that, all bars are in the blue. So what I'm going to do now is just boost away, try and get us to about 2 kilometers away, go into contacts and detonate now, so I don't have to wait any longer. Once I've started the detonation, it goes into the T-10, and once it blows up, then that's when all the space rocks of value come to. So as you can see, 14 resource chunks freed. So now I'll go back into the asteroid, just fly around with a collector limpet so that I don't have to actually navigate this very rickety ship with no shields around that close to the rocks. And I've got my Abrasion Blaster as well, so the Abrasion Blaster will dislodge any of the remaining resources that are still within the rock. And yeah, basically do that until we have freed up as many of the rocks as possible. so I'll just take a few shots here. That one just missed, so yeah, there you go. 1, 2, and then as you can see, the weapon pips is getting a bit low, so I'm going to get that one, and we're just going to put a few pips to weapons after this one. So what I'll do now, skip ahead to the getting pretty close to getting all of them, abandon that because I'm about to get my last one here, low temperature diamonds refined, one last resource from the collector, and there you go, cargo bay full. So in the adder you can really only max out at 20 cargo units of space, so what I did was get as many low temperature diamonds from the first rock, and then that was it. So I've already charted my way to another location, so just going to get out of the mass lock here, and then I'm going to jump towards the station which was closest to me, that would offer me over what I thought was 700,000, which is about the going rate at the upper end for low temperature diamonds. But it turns out I actually didn't get the right one, and it will be probably closer to the 700,000, probably under that, I think it was. Yeah, so Hill PA HSI. So that is 2 jumps away from the planet I was mining at, and once you get to that and nobody's chasing after you, sometimes you do get a few people thinking because you have a haul they'll get you, but I decided just to leg it towards it and make the sale. Here I am, I made it to the terminal, which was the closest point to me. Currently a balance of 150,000, so I'm just going to go to the commodities market, go to sell, go to the whatever precious rocks you get, in this instance low temperature diamonds, and unfortunately it's just under 700,000, so 14 of those will go for 9.7, which is much more than I had currently, so I'm more than happy to sell that. There you have it, an adder, cheap and cheerful, less than $1 million, just made 10 million in one run. That one run took me about half an hour, and yeah, I honestly think it's the best way to start your deep core mining career. In the adder I've got the cheapest prospector, cheapest collector, cheapest pulse wave analyzer. The seismic charge was 100,000 I think, which is actually more than the adder is worth just buying it itself. I think the total cost of the cheap and cheerful deep core miner was about 600,000 there or thereabouts, and with that I made 10 million in half an hour. Can't do much better than that. This has been Stubino, thanks for watching, and if you want to see more from me, please like and subscribe this video. Thanks.